My neighbors are still being assholes with their music. Anyway, hello everybody, it's good to be back. Man, I can't believe the last time I streamed was over a decade ago. From a certain point of view. Anyway, I'm not going to be streaming Death Stranding on stream anymore because that's a thick-ass game, y'all. And it's taking me quite a while to play it. If I had continued streaming what I've played so far on stream, I probably wouldn't finish it till like April. And I don't want to do that because I want to keep playing the adventures of Phoenix Wright in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Now, I'm going to sit here and... That was weird. I'm going to sit here, get things situated real nice and quick, and then we can begin. Let me check my audio levels real quick. Might have to adjust the audio levels once I get in the game, though. Alright. Hold tight, folks. This might take a little bit. I think I hear some of... I think I hear my neighbors complaining to some people about their music, because it is loud as fuck! Assholes. Anyway. Let me share this on my social medias and then we can get some, Alright, I think we're ready. Alright folks, let's get started. Play the Lost Turnabout. Yes, let's do it. Toccata and Fugue. Grrr. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh shit. That's the judge. What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. I shall bring down an order upon you.
Damn, what an opening. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. What the fuck? Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later. Ouch, my head. It's throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning. Ah! Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? This is me. That's so me. My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost. When all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. Afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? Oh, shit. That guy gave him amnesia. What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you even do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his clients, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just... Well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes? Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank?
Trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Oh, fuck. I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl. I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Ooh. Babe, are you there? Where's Miles?
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
I think that's how you say it. Oh, it's this fucker. It's this fucker. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here?
Okay, just making sure, babe. I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
Yes. I guess I should say yes for now.
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. Wait a second. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of...
The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny.
I don't think the notification for your first message went through. Yeah, I don't think it did because I didn't see it.
Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
Policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me! And besides, Dustin and we weren't lovers like that.
In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you mercy this time, rookie.
Okay. And who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead.
Hey, it's Detective Gumshoe.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is
I can't talk.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
You don't look very well, detective.
Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know.
I love you some Dick. I love my boy Dick Gumshoe. You work under that detective?
Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir.
He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Ah, yes. This autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. Victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body.
Was there?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second.
What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir.
All right, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record?
I know more than you.
You can look at the court record by pressing the I know how to look at the fucking court record. Ah, this thing. The R1 button, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you?
Huh, the R1 button, huh?
It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later.
Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? The R1 button?
All right, Mr. Wright. Let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
It was the glasses, right? That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses.
That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell.
Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on that same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present.
Oh? You have more?
And this evidence is very...
Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Cross-examination time. All right, then. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his was pushed from the bed. He managed to write the culprit's name on the ground. Maggie. I like saying it. The defendant's name, Maggie, sir. This piece of evidence and the glasses.
Was I fucking talking to you? I don't think so.
This piece of evidence and the glasses. It's hard not to say she's the culprit.
This is the picture of the writing, sir. Or, Your Honor, fucking bitch.
Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here.
The prosecution would like to submit this picture.
Understood. The court accepts it into evidence.
As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But, I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. What if they're like making us think that she's not guilty, but really she is guilty? I don't know.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does seem sort of scatterbrained. It doesn't matter! Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, babe. The guy with the fucking JoJo-looking hair. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Hold up. I'm gonna have to save... just to be safe. Save over the first game. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Wow, that was that long ago, huh? Crazy.
Time to press you for everything you've got. About those glasses.
Do you have any proof that these belong to my client? It's all still there, babe. I already beat the first game. It's all there. It's all unlocked.
The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the one she's wearing in her ID, pal.
What should I do now? Continue pressing. Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have any more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses?
The dirt and the sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else.
So what are you saying, detective? Is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's?
Something like that.
What?
I see. So there's no proof.
Wow, that was amazing! I could totally feel it down in my gut. Pushed from the bench area, huh? Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell?
Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed.
The culprit's name?
Yeah, I was surprised too. Didn't want to believe it, but...
Was the name of that my client?
I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir.
Slam. Are you absolutely certain?
Sorry, pal. That's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie.
He's got a point. Hey, hold on! Huh? Don't me! I know the picture says Maggie, but... Now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. What is off about this picture? Wait a minute, I see it. I see it. I see it. Or, wait. Yeah, he adopts a daughter in, like, it's this game or the second game. What is it? Let's listen to the rest of his thing. Sir, just fine. Let's keep pressing him. And you were certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground?
There were scratches on his fingers from the rough sand. There were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. Certainly seems that the name was written by the victim himself.
That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we're in a lot of trouble. Don't give up! Keep that fighting spirit going! I'm glad you're all pumped up, but... I really want to see your special move, sir! My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Oh, that present evidence. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes, the great Phoenix Wright is back. Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. Plus, if he was in that position, he wouldn't have been able... Yes, see, that's what I was thinking. If he was playing like that, he would have had to, like, roll over on his side, or maybe, like, use his arm to, like, write that. And in such immaculate handwriting, too. I mean, come on. What's up with that? Don't you think his arms would be, like, broken? A bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. Damn, 8-year gap. Interesting. Or there'd be a lot more sand that's messed up around him. You're right. Okay, that obviously didn't go well. They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think...
Fuck! I don't think that won any points over with the judge. Oh, there we go. There we go. Didn't she say they weren't actually dating? Well, maybe they just went out for like coffee or something. I don't know.
What is it?
What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out, "Objection." And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush. Detective Gumshoe?
You talking to me, pal?
Please state the defendant's name for me.
Objection! What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright?
You'll see, this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please.
Well, where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird.
I guess you could call her Lady Bird. I think someone needs to check the court records.
What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah!
It looks like the bird caught the cat napping.
What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir.
God, excuse me. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts.
Oh! How about that? I hadn't even noticed.
I can't get over that.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not... If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name.
No!
This is very true. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you absolutely certain that the defendant's name... Are you certain that the defendant and...
I can't fucking talk today. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, it is. I know it is. Were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They are a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant.
Yes, sir.
A-B-B-Y. Abby.
Mr. Prince and Bird had been going out for about half a year. Sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Maggie, I mean, Officer Bird, got an Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him.
Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck.
Yes, I'm a witness, Mr. Wright. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year.
Let me save again. I'm pressing you. How do you know about this?
Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off.
You got close, I take it.
Actually, I was supposed to go too, but couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I'd gone on that trip.
What is it?
Oh, nothing, sir. Really. Anyway. Sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to...
Wait, I didn't press him on that. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her?
What? You saying a guy gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal?
No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage.
Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident just happened to be...
Hey, I got a trophy.
Mind your own business, pal.
The day of the incident
just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir.
The day of the incident? You mean September 6th?
Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit.
Ah, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time.
That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man.
Maggie, Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present.
Hi, Kristen.
Right. The poison. The poison for Cusco. The poison made specifically for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Anyway. The familiarity between the two, I feel like Gumshoe might have a thing for Miss Maggie with an EY. Oh, did he really get her a present, though? You seem to know a lot about the defendant, Detective.
Well, that's because I'm her boss. I've gotta watch out for my subordinates.
But even what she was going to give us a present? Isn't that going a bit too far?
Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me, so if someone so much as scratches their...
I really don't need to know that much. I'm sorry, I'm still not going to get over that. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the
Damn, Your Honor.
That should not be the point of discussion at this time.
Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested.
I think the good detective is about done here.
It was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Over 2 months ago?
Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal.
So, what was this birthday present?
She got him a glove.
A glove? Why, so he could be a Michael Jackson impersonator?
A single glove? Why would she only give him one?
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove.
Oh. Or that.
Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan.
A baseball glove. Just now, I believe you said that the president was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance?
Nah, nothing like that, pal.
Then what is it like?
She ordered it. It was custom made.
Custom made? The glove was custom made?
Yep. That's what
Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case.
Yes, it would seem that there's little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case?
Yes. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes! Bluffing to the max! Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great! Pressing people? Feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you're that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today.
And?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case.
That looks like a bunch of bananas.
Anyway, this is it, sir. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? Officer Prince really liked the color yellow.
And that's why you had to special order it?
Yep, that's right.
That and one other reason.
I think this court has heard enough. It's clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
Banana glove.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim?
I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. Found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me get a sip.
We first looked into their handwriting.
But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand?
This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point.
Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation?
Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting.
So in the end, you couldn't confirm it?
Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
Nor I.
I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir.
Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Next, we check the victim's pointer finger.
Press, press, press. His pointer finger?
You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces?
Ha, ha. Don't tell me it bothers you.
Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal.
In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct?
Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had written it in We figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in the sand. And the results?
Imagine if to play this game you had to do like Undertale-style mini-games. Oh god, that would make it so stressful.
Found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail.
Wait, go back.
Excuse me. And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write that name with his own finger.
Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right.
And there's more. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground.
Scratches on his skin?
Yep. You can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there.
That sounds like some fake news right there.
That is incredible. Sure is. For scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass. Like a really, really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name.
You mean a microscope?
Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found him.
I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is.
From this, we can confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand.
Are you absolutely sure?
I believe in the power of science.
I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. The name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? The present? What about it? Ah. Let me save real quick. Yep, that's a right-handed glove.
Objection!
Objection! Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this.
That's the glove, right?
Nope, it's right-handed. Could you tell the court what is special about this glove?
What's special?
Yeah,
Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow. And that's about it.
Yes, it's really yellow. Well, I'm glad you stopped by, Kristen.
Huh?
There's another reason why it's special.
And what would that be?
It's very simple. This glove is made for You were right, babe. Oh, yeah, you were right, because baseball players use their other hand for stuff.
Left-handed. Why, you're absolutely right. This glove was made to be worn on the right hand.
That is why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you?
Well, no.
The name with again?
That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... Well, wait a second.
Don't forget that the victim was left-handed.
Ah!
I object.
Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim.
Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. That means Maggie is...
No, it's not possible, Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent.
No! All right, you did it, Mr. Wright.
Whew, feel like I can breathe again.
It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright.
Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire.
I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird...
No, not yet. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne?
The prosecution is not finished yet.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What?
And what did this witness witness?
The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit.
What the heck?
Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness.
I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during the recess. Yeah, it's gonna be the JoJo dude. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here.
Court is adjourned for recess.
Oh boy, recess. Can't wait to go play on the monkey bars. Save? Yes.
Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir?
I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you.
Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need.
No. I think I'll pass on this one.
Come on!
I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. Excuse me. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things?
Of course, I'd be honored to.
Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright? Oh, what a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. I guess for now we should stop talking about me. Start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up the lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up...
Ah, you were here all along!
Hey! It's Maya! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too. Me too, I love her. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. There you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It's about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me! And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya? Actually, Mr. Wright is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah.
Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I ask that the court might be a little lenient on...
There's no need to give a preface.
Yeah, Colin Farrell's going to be the Penguin in the new Batman movie. I thought I told you that. Or maybe I didn't. But, yeah, some photos leaked online of him at the shoot. And, yeah, he was looking like an old Penguin. Yep. Anyway.
Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder.
There he is. There's the fucker.
Please state your name for the court, witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
Huh? Oh, all right, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk?
Did I?
But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and wronged me...
and colored me wrongly. Fucking A.
Sure, but... everything in my life has to be the utmost top-notch grade quality. You see, I'm merely looking for that perfect top-notch unbelievably original selection of an organ.
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he? A human chatterbox?
He's that guy that you hear at the end of every infomercial. I have to question him?
Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply.
That's the voice I'm going to give him. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses.
Yep. He's guilty. Guilty.
That's enough. Your name, witness.
Oh? Is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. Okay, Boomer. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Oh, man. I forgive you. All right. I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Ahem, Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were taking strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then, by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again, taking a walk. You know, you...
What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington.
I was in the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the defendant there.
Hold on, I heard a door slam down below me. It's probably my neighbors. Anyway.
Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer.
That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm?
It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yes. If she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying.
You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright.
I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. And that wasn't a banana, you fucker.
I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation.
So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time.
That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated a no-name trashy university.
No name? Trashy?
Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country.
But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now.
Oh, please! Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country.
That arrogant little shit.
I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m.
Okay. How did you know that what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Quit swaying your hair back and forth.
Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you.
His arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? Press him harder. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was?
Tisk tisk. I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. To be fair, you have to have a pretty high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene.
Oh, so it is.
I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of breaking is total utter nonsense. A first-grade last person like that, and to wear a watch? Ha, what a ridiculous notion. People live freely without constraints. That's all I should be.
And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time.
In any case, all of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes.
And how did you know he was a police officer? Oh my god, stop. Stop. I don't want to have another thing.
You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle practically says I'm a police officer. And I also believe he was tied because he was wearing a police officer's uniform.
Shouldn't that statement have come first? Shouldn't that statement have come first?
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do?
Even I haven't figured out that yet.
Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady.
Are you sure you got a good look at her face?
Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you.
Listen here, you little fucking shit. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face?
That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during
It's almost like you could tell I was getting fucking... I was just done with this fucker.
Sustained, Mr. Wright. Please refrain from raising your voice in this court.
Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's all right with you. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. Are you sure you are not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. Boy, I'm gonna strangle you with that strain of hair going down your forehead. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. Great value mac and cheese usually tastes better than Kraft, bitch. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course, of course.
Oh, ho, 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 of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness?
The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. I got you, you bastard. I got you. I've got you. I've gotten you. I've got you. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas. He could be, but... I know he's lying about the bananas. Because, well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if we can somehow show he's lying, yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? I got you, you son of a bitch. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't you think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me? And that's where you'd be wrong. I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove?
Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite?
That's not... It's a...
No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes?
Huh? How? What? What are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas.
No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. A boomer. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo. You're too used to your world. Sure, in the end, we find out that it is in fact a glove and not bananas. When viewed from afar, I do think there's enough room for doubt, don't you?
that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then?
That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them...
How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness?
You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc. She was brave and courageous and only caught by horrible, unrighteous people. While she didn't do anything wrong, she was...
Which boils down to, were you not wearing your glasses at that time? Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next, in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
Excuse me.
The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away?
Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer.
You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright.
She ran away just like that?
Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit.
That is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record.
How can I get more information out of him? Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. How did you know what time it was?
Oh, yeah, because there was a clock there.
And if I'm wrong, then then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell my time.
What? Why you're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.?
They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area today. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says the morals of the people in this country.
I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. God, what is it? I get a feeling it has something to do with the list of names. There we go. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this?
You mean the victim's autopsy report?
According to this file, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed.
15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little daze.
Ah!
Mr. Wellington?
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Well, sir, I was,
masturbating. No, I'm kidding. Answer the question.
Telephone.
Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth?
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're something really special.
Witness.
I lost my cell phone. There, you happy?
You lost it?
Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Have you ever heard that all geniuses have a strange bit of rationale? I don't think it's simple. Why don't you understand Rick and Morty?
Enough!
Oh, man. Oh, man. Wait. Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone. Could it be... You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further. Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe was... And I thought that just maybe this was his.
Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I believe I do. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you! You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
All right, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
It's very simple. This is the evidence that backs up my claim.
And yet again, you have presented this court with an obtuse, meaningless item.
Huh? It's obtuse and meaningless? I don't get you at all, Nick. Why do you think he wouldn't need to look for a phone booth in the first place? Well, that's because I was looking at the evidence and it just hit me. I thought, hey, he really didn't have to look for a phone. Then why don't you hurry up and present that piece of evidence? Now what was that piece of evidence again? It's very simple. Damn it. I think I'm stuck. Damn it. I think I fucked up, guys. Damn it. Hold on. Okay, I'm kind of stuck here. Ah. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this.
The crime scene photo?
Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. It's the picture of the crime scene. Oh, there was a phone booth on it. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No!
It's a phone booth.
That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
Ah! Order! Order!
But what is reporting a crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone... Yeah, where is our boy Edgeworth? Maybe he was looking for something else? Was he?
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court?
Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? I have an idea. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Let me say it real quick. What about the glasses? Mr. Wellington? Penis sliced. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah! Where did you find? Gah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they are found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses are found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. Oh, God, excuse me. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's, the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like that can read that, right? But we already know that this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with an EY, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, would that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know this Miss Bird before this trial. Ah, I forgot. Is there any other way the creep would have known Maggie's name beforehand? There is a way. It was best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. It was the cell phone, because she said her name, right? Now will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? The phone. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct?
So what if I didn't?
When you realized you had lost it, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
How did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the...
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone.
Beep. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours?
Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie.
Ah, I see a blue badger, sweatshirt on her. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. One second, folks.
Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie, i.e. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Eek!
Order! Order!
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person would usually not kill someone without reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright?
Your Honor.
Explain what motive they had.
It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but...
Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive.
The list. It has to be the list. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artists group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage. An invasion of privacy.
Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder.
You're one of those people, just like the cops who raided blah... I can't read it.
I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone?
Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into those phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is... No! This is too much!
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I got you now. The police officer. Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been looking for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird and get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this?
If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, we think like that. Let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone. Why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? With him when he got there.
Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness?
Was it because he was a police officer, I think? That's what I'm thinking. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform.
Oh!
The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid that the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that they had already run a check on his phone.
And he went into a panic. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Officer Prince was murdered.
Excuse me. Simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! That guy's really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious call group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. The phone I've lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe. Fingerprints? Let me save just in case. I got it! We should check for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got it from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's making a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington? What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my, now I remember. You son of a bitch. Beep. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that?
Mr. Wright, you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is. Your indictment has no basis, and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short.
Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I?
Court hereby concludes this cross-examination.
If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant in the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go with that? Raise an objection. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it.
Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright?
Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions.
You will not harass the witness, is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor.
Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
I only get one shot at this.
You cannot prove everything. It's over for your client and for you. You fully understand?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended.
We're paying attention Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh,
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance.
it all comes down to this. It's go time. Thinking it's the business card?
Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging cards.
Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? The court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so.
Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright?
We're going to call my cell phone now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Damn, listen to that funky beat. That's a fat beat right there. What? Why is my phone? What is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington? How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No! It can't! By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Ah! Damn, he's choking himself.
So, that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington.
He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist crew, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally.
Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Now someone please clean up all this fucking confetti. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Well, boys, we did it. Another criminal behind bars. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Oh, God, excuse me, hold on. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building.
Wait, she fell from the
What floor of her apartment building at 6 months old? The 9th floor? 9th floor? How are you still alive? Jesus, you have had bad luck.
I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or tied at any game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters.
That is, pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless.
Lady Luckless?
What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. Well, what do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently, too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true! That glove didn't even have any special sort of meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up.
Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet.
I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Well, Mr. Wright, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too.
What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? I thought you said you had gotten your memory back.
At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe? He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge? He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end he always comes up with the right verdict. This person? I haven't gotten a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else? It was in that moment he knew he fucked up. And this girl, Maya?
You finally remembered.
This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example,
Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together.
Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning.
Come on, Nick! Let's go to our usual burger joint.
Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. That is the end of episode 1. I A brand new episode has been added. Why don't we start this? That looks like a tinier Faye. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Any? Finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. Oh, it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. Is that what that girl said? I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve! Calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. About your case? Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl. I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me never to end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yes. Quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. It was her that got the medications. And yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash! Crunch! Instantly transforming her car into the according model. That's right. About a year ago, all the tabloid shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever to hide the person responsible for them. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Why would I? Now I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, doctor, and focus. Besides, I think you're the one who really killed those victims. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. Do you realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey, you know this girl, correct? Maya, why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, hey, wait a second. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sort of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya? I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me? And that is why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that's how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. So this is Karain Village, Maya's hometown. Why, hello there. What an odd little girl. Hey, wait up, Pearly! Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I had known you were this close, I'd have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well... Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Looks like you finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Haha. Behold the power of the Maya Intelligence Network. Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse. He killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network anyway? The tabloids. That's what I thought. Hahaha, I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Karain Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true since the Fey ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly? Pearl Fey. She's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin. Wait, then that means... Is she also a... Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. I see. I hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier.
Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away.
Suspicious-looking?
Well, you're not wearing training clothes for starters.
Of course not.
Pearlie is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the outside world.
I can't talk.
She doesn't know much about the world outside of Karain Village.
Aunt?
Pearlie's mother's my aunt. Duh. Come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers.
All right. Good luck, Maya.
Thanks.
Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. Should I look around and see what's going on? It's an old-style phone booth. Can't say it fits in with this area too well. My cell phone doesn't get reception up here, so who knows? I may need it later. An old bus stop. It says Karain Village on the signpost. The buses seem incredibly inconvenient since they only come 3 times a day. A giant rock that seems to be reaching for the sky. Its origins are written on a beat-up old sign. Looks like this giant rock is called the Karain Boulder. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, it's a big stone for spirits to live in. Or something like that. Rustic, thatch-roofed houses where the other villagers live line the street. They're nowhere near as large or as nice as the manor in front of me. It's kind of odd that I don't see any of the other villagers walking around, though. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings I can see from here. This is Fay Manor, the place Maya calls home. It's easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright. I have a copy for you, too. I guess I gotta talk to this jerk-off. Who's obviously the murderer. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession? Yes, confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry, and I apologize for being negligent. That's why I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Karain School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? I guess we're gonna go meet her. Wow, such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights, I guess they're candles. Well, no shit! Good sir, who might you be? My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. Ah, I'd wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. Yeah, look at that hair. She could, looks like a balloon. She could just float off into space with that. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. That was not for Mystic Maya and her assistants. You would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. But when did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Ah, thank you. So, why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir! Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Kurain channeling technique. Okay. Then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fey clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Kurain school. So how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. So that's how it is. So today's channeling will be her first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident, indeed. The channeling will take place here in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. So, this room is the channeling chamber? The place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed? I don't suppose you'd mind if we observed the session. Do not even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the Kurain techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. That never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. It is also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That is why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. Oh, yes. I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She's an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd... She is my daughter. Now then, what is it you were about to say? What a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not of the evils of in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Look at that cracked pot. Wow, this garden's really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What's that over there? Is that an incinerator? Looks a little out of place in a garden like this. It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this. So every family has to burn their own trash. So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. There's a bedding spread out on the floor. Looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. Wake up! catching some Z's. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. This is the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. Hey you, hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask. Sure, I've heard... Oh, is it the one from... Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Haven't seen you in, what, a year? You are, lot of heart. It's a lot of heart, right? You're a lot of heart, right? Bingo! I'm the one and only paranormal photographer. Lot of heart. Ah, so I guess you're still at it, being a photographer, I mean. Of course! And today, I'm gonna get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on! Lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and the honored guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swaddle those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That's factory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it. Trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please, have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heart. Wow! Wow! Damn, Morgan! You fucking obliterated her! What are you? This is Karain Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Sorry. Wow, shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. 5 hours later. Bang! Hey now! What was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Bang! Hey! That's a gunshot! Excuse me? I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'd bet my afro on it. Maya! Maya's in there! Hey, what should we do? Yellow belly chicken liver? What are you waiting for? Kick it down already! But, the key. That key is one of a kind. In this world, there's only that one. Even I am powerless to open that door. There's really no other way. Alright. Stand aside, I'm gonna break the door down. Well, wait, please! That's sort of recklessness. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Slam. Slam, slam, crash. Oh, shit. Dr. Gray! Click. I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on in here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But, hurry, before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. Whew, we've got ourselves into quite a pickle here. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to the call of the police. And they're on their way. That's good. Lottie, I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. Hey, mister. That gal, Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh, yeah. Lotta doesn't know that when Maya's channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there the only two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lotta, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. Just like Ben Carson. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients won't do what he says, he starts a hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Hey, they'll be here soon, right? Police, I mean. I reckon you should be getting back to the crime scene now. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, how's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit-severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait.
Police are here! The police are here! Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again?
What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe?
It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright?
Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you the scene of the crime, Detective Jim Shoe?
My name isn't Jim Shoe.
The two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is to see what everyone else has to say. Wait, no, go to the side room. Side room. There we go. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? That is, like, so isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like, the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually, the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes! A person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's like,
Like, totally a bummer.
Yeah. After all that efforts, that's all she had to say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to, like, introduce myself.
My name is Eeny Meeny. Then where's Miney Mo?
At the college, I'm researching and stuttering.
Stuttering. I'm stuttering right now. At the Fuck. Sorry.
At the college, I'm researching and stuttering.
Researching and studying parapsychology. Fuck. Parapsychology? Abby, stop. You're making me laugh.
That's right. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomenon, ESP, and psychic powers. That sort of stuff.
That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. So, what brings you here today?
So, I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium?
Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place.
'Cause, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing.
I see. Then why were you taking a nap here?
Like, I wasn't feeling good.
Huh?
I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, like, must put some in the food they served for lunch.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
So I, like, felt sick and came in here to, like, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time.
Like, quit saying like so damn much. So you were sleeping here the entire time?
Yeah, ever since lunch.
So you don't know anything about the murder that took place?
Like, what? Oh, that. I, like, totally know nothing. So who was, like, you know, killed?
The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right?
Yes, we were fucking. I don't know any Dr. Gray.
Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier?
Huh? Well, like a long, long time ago. I was, like, a patient. Yeah.
She sounds like she's trying to hide something. I wonder if anything happens if I present this to her.
Like, I'm really sorry, but I'm, like, not all that smart. So I don't, like, get it.
Why does it feel like she's just putting on an act? Something is afoot here, and I'm going to figure out what. Something is very, very wrong. There's no one here, as usual. Ah! Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right in front of her. Lotta? God darn it!
God, don't let it be me next.
Eek, don't scare me like that.
What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine.
Did you see or notice anything that stuck out at you?
Nah, well, maybe one thing.
What is it?
Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing.
Huh? What?
Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you? This is just too much, I say.
What is too much?
Being an occult photographer. That's some scary shit. So I think I'm gonna try being a celebrity photographer now.
Going after photos more within your reach from now on? More glamour, less gore? What's up?
Oh yeah!
What is it?
I took some hot pictures earlier.
Huh?
Remember? I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. Ah, she did. 2 even. Seance murder. Sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story.
Well, Lotta.
Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century.
I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. And why does it feel like we've been through this before? The police are busily running here and there, and I don't see Maya anywhere.
Hey, you! Don't touch anything!
Look, I really need to ask you some questions.
Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright?
About Maya.
Hate to break this to you, pal, but the way things look now, the girl's the only one who could have done it.
Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room after all. But Maya is...
You can ask me more about her later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence.
Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? For Maya's B special, she wields a gun.
He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife.
A knife?
Basically, the Vic was first stabbed, then he was shot. I'm really busy right now. Take a look at it later, alright, pal?
He didn't even take a glance at it. So I can't even look around in here. God, excuse me. Just a lot of moving around.
Oh, dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz?
Alright, everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm gonna give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not gonna be done till real late.
That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fay Manor tonight.
What a mess. Can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP. 2 hours later.
Nick! Nick!
Maya.
What am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this.
Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, It all started right here in this detention center.
I finally get to see you again, and...
It's not your fault. You didn't do it.
No, I did it. I killed that person.
But that wasn't you.
It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so...
I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but...
You don't have to be nice to me. I understand.
So you're the master or something of the Crane School of Channeling?
Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday.
But many people think channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act.
You believe in us, don't you?
Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. Maya's channeling a spirit. Not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so... Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber?
I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him.
Okay.
We closed our eyes, and I began the channeling.
This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story.
And that's the last thing I remember.
What?
After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness.
Then you don't remember a single thing?
When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream.
A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling?
I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable, really suffocating. And it went something like that.
I see. I have no idea what to say to that.
There was a really familiar smell, too.
Under the ground?
Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I smelled that same scent before.
I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay?
Huh? It? What is it?
The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course.
But...
What's wrong?
Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer.
No one's decided that yet.
But I did. I killed that person. With these 2 hands.
That's enough, Maya.
It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose. I'm sure.
Stop it!
Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared.
Don't worry, I will. When's the trial?
It sounds like tomorrow.
As usual, 0 fucking prep time. Alright, I'm going now.
Wait. This jewel. This is called a...
Magatama. Megatron. It's a magical charm, and it's always protected me.
Give this to Pearlie. I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers.
I summon thee to drain your power.
To the offices I go, I suppose. Phew. Feels like I've been gone forever. But it's only been 1 day. Oh, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray bought the other day? Ah, there it is. Right on top of my desk. This is the only thing he left behind that's going to be of any help. I guess we better go to Parade Village. have to save Maya no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? Meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello there!
Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I am on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue, and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful.
That's Mystic Maya, good sir.
She is one scary lady.
Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I.
I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too, while I have the chance. I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday.
Do you mean that awful tragedy?
That man murdered me, so I killed him.
Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police.
What happened here in this room after I left?
Well, first, I struck Mystic Maya on the head to make her go unconscious.
Oh, to make her go unconscious, correct?
That is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique.
Spirit severing technique?
The spirit of that nurse was inside Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world.
I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room, actually?
The channeling chamber? This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday.
What do you mean?
Sometimes when an experienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday.
Revolt? But how?
When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and her self steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir.
But isn't that extremely dangerous?
An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. But Maya, Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. And that was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I am grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be... that folding screen there. It is the Kurain's secret writing. The sacred texts! Along with the Kurain sacred urn, they are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity.
Odd for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. So, how is Pearl today?
Mr. Wright. Yes. In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master.
That's very impressive.
Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great it'll even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, and is the pride of the Branch family.
Wow, she's really fired up now.
In any case, our world is so different from yours, perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir.
Quit? Quit what? It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written. The sacred text! Written on it, but I can't read it.
Why can't read?
This is... It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Oh, I'm gonna show... Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean, Mystic Maya. I will tell her. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I'd guess they're used during the channeling. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. There is some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. I hope no one is hiding back there. Blood. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels... No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. What was the point of me looking at it then? The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. The lock on it is broken because, well, I broke it. It doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When we want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. I suppose you're right from a certain point of view. Okay. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school?
Oh, hey! Like, you're that guy from yesterday. The, dentist guy.
No, I'm a lawyer.
That's right. Mr. Smith, Esquire.
That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is Wright.
Smith. Right. Well, I got like 3 letters at least.
I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here?
So, like, I study this thing called parapsychology at this college, and...
You told me about that yesterday. The sesame allergy, too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today.
Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. Like, it's really...
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I... So, like, what was I talking about again?
If Lotta ever wanted another genuine, mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. So, why are you still here today?
Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here.
Like what?
Like, the medium's training, or, like, how they inherit their spiritual powers.
I suppose. This village is the real thing, after all.
So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer.
She sure seems like she sure seems like the carefree type, at least on the surface. Have you heard about the murder?
It's, like, totally scary.
She says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray.
I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday, too?
That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right?
I don't know any Dr. Gray.
Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier?
Huh? Well, like a long, long time ago, we fucked. I was like a patient. Yeah.
Okay, she is definitely hiding something from me. I'm gonna crack this walnut wide open.
Like, is something wrong?
Yeah, bitch.
Like, I'm really sorry, but...
Shut the fuck up. There she is. Ah! You surprised me. And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. I guess I better present this stone to her. The Magatama. Oh, yeah. Maya said to give this to you. Ah! I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's. Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I, worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. Well, wait, I mean, things aren't like that. I can tell you're a good person. All right, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Babe, I'm sorry. My voice cannot go any higher than when I do Maya's or that eeny, meeny, miny bitch. I'm going to give this small child the deepest voice that I can think of. I don't care if she sounds like Patrick Star. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get an idea like that? Even though it's totally true. By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yes. For example, I study the Karain technique. Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. A lawyer. Lawyer? Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? None that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea.
Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So what's that you've got it there, Pearl?
Oh, this? I found it yesterday.
Hmm?
If you want it, I can give it to you.
Sure. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me.
You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick.
She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one, too.
So, Mr. Nick...
Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute just to call you Pearl.
Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama?
Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you.
But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with my spiritual energy.
Spiritual energy?
Please, take this. I'm sure it will be helpful.
What do you mean?
It will let you see people's secrets.
See people's secrets?
Yes. If it's alright with you, I'd like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret.
I know just who to talk to. I know just the one. Jesus, it's already... Oh, wait, no. I thought it was almost 2 a.m., but it's only 11:11. Oh, make a wish, by the way. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today.
Aw, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter?
What? No. How old do you think I am? I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray.
I, like, totally don't know him.
Lies! Deceptions! Ah! What's that?
You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on the person's heart.
Huh? What?
This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these Cyclocks, Mr. Nick.
Cyclocks, huh?
The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it.
Unlock? But how?
Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person. And let's remove the lock.
I have no idea what she's talking about, but I guess I'll give it a try.
You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop.
Well, gotta start somewhere. Let's give this Cyclock thing a try. I'm going to ask you again. Did you know Dr. Gray?
I totally don't know that guy. Like, you're totally more persistent than a roach.
I'm sure of it. I guess I have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama.
Take that!
The victim. Eenie Miney, I believe you know who Dr. Gray is.
I don't know, because I thought it would be funny. I told you, like, how many times do I, have to repeat myself? If you're, so totally sure, Then where's, like, your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? I should try to show where that possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Eney and Dr. Gray. Here's your proof. Like, what is that? Ouch. I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Fuck. Pearls did warn me. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If I don't have enough evidence, I should probably stop. I should take another look at the court record and think it through one more time. Well, it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I should have saved before all this. Well, I think right now might be a good time to stop. I've been going at it for about 3 hours now, and so far I'm really liking the sequel to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And it just kind of reminds me why I love this series so much. The quirky characters, the funny humor, the relatable characters, it's all coming together. It's all just so great. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. If you want, leave a like, maybe hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. And I'll see you all on the flip side. Peace out, and have a good one.